Hey everybody, welcome to episode 1 of Rock Solid Presents Pat's CD collection. So, this is part of my CD collection right here. And there's some spaces because I'm moving stuff around, and as people who collect vinyl or albums or I don't know cassettes, it's always a shuffling and moving of things back and forth, and that's happening all the time. It's always expanding and that type of thing. So anyway, what I want to do with this weekly segment here on the YouTube channel is just discuss albums that I like, or maybe albums I don't even like. I'll just pull something off and we'll talk about it. So this section here is where I'm going to pull from this week. First album I want to talk about is Simon and Garfunkel, Bridge Over Troubled Water. This album was released January 26, 1970. Unbelievable. This thing has been around forever. It sold 8 million copies when it was released. And that's just in the U.S. It was produced by Paul Simon, Art Garfunkel, and Roy Haley. And it clocks in at only 36 minutes, 29 seconds. Grammy award-winning album. Let's take a look. This is the Columbia Legacy Edition. This contains a DVD, Songs of America. As you can see right there, this originally aired on CBS and unavailable since the 1969 broadcast. It was directed by Charles Grodin. It's really cool. And it also includes this thing, The Harmony Game, a brand new documentary. This is the set to get. If you don't own this album, buy this version. If you do own the album, upgrade to this version. Let's take a look. I love these vintage pictures when Paul Simon looks like a badass with his mustache, or at least tries to look like a badass. But here we go. This is what it looks like. There's the album. And then this is the DVD. And again, the documentary on here that was directed by Charles Grodin, really cool. And it's full frame, and it looks of the time. And really gets into this album, really talks to you a lot about the album, the making of the album, and all kinds of stuff. Let's take a look at the booklet here. I like it because it tells you exactly when the songs were recorded. Bridge Over Troubled Water, November 9th, 1969. Today's November 3rd. That's just about 50 years ago. Almost the 50th anniversary of when that song was recorded. It looks like these were all recorded within about 2 weeks' time, which is crazy if you think about that. You always think of bands and groups spending months in the studio, and according to this album was recorded in about 2 weeks. From November 2nd, what was the latest? Only Living Boy in New York recorded November 15th. So yeah, from November 2nd to the 15th, 13 days, this whole album was recorded. 8 million selling Bridge Over Troubled Water. I do like when we see pictures like this. These two guys are getting up there in years. I don't know what their relationship is currently. But I wonder if David Wild did the notes to this. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm going to go to the end and see who did the notes for this. Nope, it wasn't David Wild. A guy named Michael Hill. Well, he sucks. Here's some other notes, though. Who did these? Anthony DeCurtis. Okay, we don't like those guys. We like David Wild. All right, so let's look at this booklet a little bit. There's Paul doing a little swooping the hair forward a little bit. Art looks so young there. That's actually Roy Haley. He was their guy. He worked with them many, many times. I probably only read these notes when I first bought this and then never read them again. It's almost like owning a library of books in a way, because so many of the CDs that I own have liner notes like this. Look at this picture. Just little Paul alone at the microphone. Again, 13 days to record this classic album is insane. This is a picture of them winning some Grammys. I like this. Look at those headphones. I always like to look at the equipment that they used back then. It looks so ancient. Like you wouldn't even believe that they could record something that sounded good with that microphone and those headphones. We have better headphones and microphones that we record my podcast on. And that thing doesn't sound good. So yeah, this is and there's the lyrics in case you are have bionic vision. So that's Bridge Over Troubled Water. Maybe I'll swoop up and show you my signed autograph that's on the wall. Got Bridge Over Troubled Water, El Condor Pasa If I Could, Celia, Keep the Customer Satisfied, So Long Frank Lloyd Wright, The Boxer, Baby Driver, The Only Living Boy in New York, Why Don't You Write Me, Bye Bye Love, and Song for the Asking. Not a bad track on this. 11 songs recorded in 13 days, and this might be my favorite Simon & Garfunkel album. It's the last one. And if we can swoop up, what can I swoop up and look? Swoop up. There it is. That is signed by Art Garfunkel. And he personalized it, because I actually spent about 20 minutes with Art Garfunkel. He was the one artist where normally when I get an autograph, people will say, "Oh, what was it like to meet Jackson Browne?" And I say, I didn't really meet Jackson Browne. He signed his name and then he moved on. But Art Garfunkel, I spent 20 minutes with one-on-one, just him and I. And that was probably the best meeting and greeting and autograph I ever got, because he was so nice. So that's it. This is episode 1. Probably going to forget the episode number as I do more of these. But this is part of my CD collection. And we'll do some more.